How about a Yahoo?
Yeah,
Any
sure.
Yahoos lying around?
Yeah, I got a Yahoo. This one was sent in by John Williams. Thanks, John. It's by Yahoo Answers user Ben, who asks, what bear is best and why?
God, don't get me started.
What bear is best and why? It lists black bear, grizzly, and what?
Well, let's take these one at a time.
And-
Black bear, official animal of West Virginia.
Pretty great.
Pretty hard to beat.
You know what he loves?
What?
He loves berries. That's not a pun or a play on words. Like that motherfucker do love him some berries.
Okay.
Grizzly.
Like Grizzly Adams.
I think like the bear.
No, like Grizzly Adams.
I think they're asking about bears, so
Oh. Well, Grizzly Adams was like a bear of a man.
we're getting into semantics. I don't think we should. And why do you think so? So, like, this person only listed just the two bears. I don't know if they want us to decide between black bear and grizzly, because that's a pretty easy one, black bear.
My favorite kind of bear is Pooh Bears. Because,
Travis.
like me, we both enjoy smack rolls of honey.
Travis is trying to take us back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh.
The great thing about
Pooh doesn't know what to
black
do.
bears
Got a honey buzz
versus
on his nose.
the great thing about
advice, and from there where he goes, no one.
Travis is only singing this song because he knows it makes me cry every time.
If you can't,
They did this to me before. Please don't. I'm serious. I'll cry. They did this to me before Griffin's wedding. And,
there's so much to be
and then everybody thought I was crying about happiness.
all the bees in the hive.
Count the bees.
Chase all the clouds from the sky.
Chase the clouds
Back to
away.
the days
And now it's no longer fair use. Hold on, it's not fair use anymore. It was fair use up until the bees.
They had a good run. I think the good thing about black bears versus grizzly bears is that black bear didn't eat grizzly man.
That's true.
And grizzly bears are going to have a hard time getting that one off their record. It's right there in the name.
I like a polar bear.
They're pretty good, I guess, in those.
Their hair,
I
their
saw
hair
a polar
isn't
bear at the
white.
zoo. It was sweet. There's no
Their hair
joke.
isn't
It
white.
was
It's
sweet.
translucent.
I mean, if we're done with jokes for a bit, I'm a big sun bear fan. Those guys with their like long claws and their little faces. Ugh, I do.
I also like the Kodiak because it's like 10 feet tall.
That's a pretty horrifying bear. Is that the bear that was in that movie with oh god, you know, where they're like on the river and they're like, there's a bear that just like won't leave them the fuck alone, and they eat that dude from Lost. They don't eat it. Sorry. Man, this story, guys, is getting away from me. There's a bear that eats the guy from Lost. Michael eats Michael from Lost, and then there's that older guy, and then I want to say, anyway.
Wow, when you said we were done with jokes, you meant for the whole show.
I need to remember
like-
the name of either of the actors in The Edge.
It's Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins.
You couldn't fucking help it, brother. You couldn't fucking step in and be like, let me get this for you. I already.
You were doing so well by yourself. I like a koala bear because it's not a bear, and that's gotta be awkward.
It's a Marmaduke.
We can do this for hours and hours and hours, and like we'll have a great time doing that, and like so will the listeners. I think we need to like come up with some metrics. I think we need to like boil it down to who would win in a fight.
Okay, so we have to eliminate human bears. Bear Grylls, Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, because like Bear Grylls.
Kodiak Jack.
Bear Grylls is okay, but Kangaroo Jack. Kangaroo's a type of bear.
Now, would Gentle Ben be eliminated just by the fact that he's so gentle? He's not going to win in any
Too
fights.
gentle.
Are we looking for a species of bear that is the most dangerous?
Let's sit here, and let's each come up with a bear an Ursine representative that we can then pit against each other, and we'll role play it out. We'll do a bit of bear role playing, and then we'll see who comes out the victor.
Okay.
I know what mine is. Like, I sort of came prepared.
Okay, what's your bear?
I mean, I don't want to say mine first, because then what if you like figure out the strength level, the power level of my bear? You quantify.
What if we've
it.
already named all the
Okay,
bears I know?
I've got mine.
Travis has his. Justin, you need a minute?
Okay, just our species or a specific bear?
A bear, the most powerful bear.
Okay, you guys go first.
Okay, Travis?
Wait, I need to hear your bear.
Now, should we say our bears at the same time?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say my bear, and then you say yours right after, so you don't have time to like change.
Okay.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Ursa Major.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Okay, so Teddy Ruxpin is flung into one of the many stars that compose Ursa Major and is burned.
Listen, I knew as soon as you said it, Griffin, but we specifically said no cheating, so I wasn't going to deviate from my preset
Is it
course.
cheating, or is it the most powerful bear that there is?
Because it's celestial?
I feel like
yeah,
the rules.
I would say
the rules are pretty clear about what we were looking for.
So what's the best kind of bear? Star bear.
Yeah, Star Bear. Can't really beat that.
Star bear is the best.
Justin, I guess you have a pretty good opportunity here to think of what beats a bunch of stars.
It's 1 star. It's 1 star. Ursa Major is 1 star.
I think it's a bunch of stars.
No, it's the North Star.
It's not the North Star. Hachi Machi.
I'm almost certain it's the North
not.
Star.
It is most certainly not.
It's in all the ancient texts.
Let me get out my astrolabe and prove both you fucks wrong. Oh, yeah, guys, I'm looking at my labe right now. It's a bunch of stars.
It's a bunch of stars.
It's like 6.
What?
It's like 6 to 8 stars.
Okay, I have
Depending on the season.
I have something that can beat your bear.
My bear is 1 to 8 stars. So let's see what you got, Hotshot.
All right. How about the brightest star in the Hanna-Barbera galaxy, Mr. Yogi Bear? Hey, Boo Boo.
That one isn't even
Boo-Boo.
like especially outside the box.
Hey, Boo Boo Boy. I certainly
Hey,
like
Boo Boo.
picnic baskets.
Here's the thing about Yogi Bear
Okay.
that you didn't think
He
about.
eats stars for power. he is Galactus.
Yogi Bear, system killer.
Yogi Bear Star Eater.
He is something that you don't know about Yogi Bear is that he's 56 years old. No bear has ever been that old, so we have to assume that Yogi Bear is immortal.
Okay.
So from that, like if you were to extend that out, then even stars burn out, but Yogi Bear's presence.
Yogi Bear will be there after the star has winked out of existence.
Yeah, the stars wink out of existence, and who still stands strong? I don't care how many movies they throw at him. Yogi Bear still.
Okay, if our
Okay, so the fact that Teddy Ruxpin is an android doesn't come into effect here.
burned. There's not an android that you can throw into a star that's gonna like survive that shit. Just can't happen. There's no substance. That it's certainly not Teddy Ruxpin, whatever he's made of. Felt, burned to death. Justin has a pretty good argument actually with this eternal cartoon bear.
Thank you.
Which is funny because I feel like this is a rock paper scissors thing because I feel like Cyborg Bear could beat Yogi Bear.
This is the new rock paper scissors. Is what you're saying? We need to put some branding
Yeah.
on this.
Wait.
Ursa Major,
Now-
Teddy Ruxpin, Yogi.
I actually have a problem with what Travis is saying because much like the legend of some people and like characters from history will outlive them, even if he killed Yogi Bear, if he struck Yogi Bear down, that's what I'm saying, he would arise more powerful than your cyborg bear could possibly imagine. Mainly because your cyborg bear doesn't have a soul, which if there's one thing Yogi Bear certainly does, it's a lot of heart.
Okay, let me pitch this situation. One of the stars up in Ursa Major goes rogue,
Yes.
like in that Lars von Trier movie, the name of which escapes me.
Rogue Star.
Rogue Star. I think it was a planet in that movie. I think it was called like
Armageddon.
Super Sadness.
Okay.
This star comes flung from Ursa Major, travels at the speed of light, destroys our solar system, just burns it all up, burns up every Teddy Ruxpin doll that was ever produced, burns up all the celluloid and every person that ever watched an episode of Yogi Bear. It burns up Hanna-Barbera Land in Kings Island, just like destroys the whole thing. And there's like nobody left to like carry on these two legacies.
Okay, let me counterpoint.
Okay.
As that's happening, Teddy Ruxpin learns to forgive and thereby wins a moral victory.
But Teddy Ruxpin has been evaporated.
Yes, but he was able to forgive Ursa Major, and so he is the victor in the confrontation.
The problem is we've been broadcasting Yogi Bear cartoons for over 50 years now. They've beamed out in every
the
direction.
fucking radio broadcast.
Ruxpin had a cartoon.
Yes,
Ruxpin
exactly.
had a cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were predated by, like I'm saying, by the time Yogi Bear reaches Beetlejuice the planet, yes, it's a planet.
No, it's super not.
Okay, one of the planets around Betelgeuse. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So once the broadcast from Yogi Bear hits them, it's the only message they've ever received. They think of Yogi Bear as a deity. So by the time your Teddy Ruxpin signal arrives at the planet near Betelgeuse,
Oh my
He will
God.
seem the bear antichrist.
There will be
he will be a heretic, is what I'm saying.
there will be a splinter group.
False bear. False bear.
There will be a splinter group of Betelgeusians that
Right.
adopt him as their god. There's a horrible, horrible civil war that breaks out on this bit. Oh no, what's that in the sky? It's Ursa Major's butt star. I win again, motherfuckers. 2-0. 2-0.
Do you think they
So,
burn
wait, so the stars become sentient and is seeking out any remnants of Yogi Bear and Ruxpin in the galaxy.
This is how the universe ends. Not with a bang,
problem
but with an boo-boo.
The problem is that by the time that the Betelgeuse planet has already like adopted Yogi Bear as its personal savior,
Yeah.
they've already built a giant picnic basket shaped communications tower where they've started beaming out the message, the word, to all the other galaxies. You can't stop the signal. You will never catch the myth of Yogi Bear. It's moving at light speed in every direction of the galaxy. There's no way that it can be caught.
Except by the Ranger.
The only thing you could do, maybe I would grant you this, Griffin, and this is more than I should do for you because you have not earned this, but the only thing that your sentient star could do, or sorry, your sentient collection of stars, is if one of them were to volunteer to collapse, and in doing so, perhaps create some sort of possibility of time travel that would allow them to go back in time and kill William Hanna and Joseph Barbera.
So one of the stars collapses, allowing the other stars to go back through to kill Hanna and or
Hannah
Barbera.
and Barbera one day while beginning to do the sketches that would first, hey, I have an idea.
This is
Tell me
my
about your
favorite
idea.
Doctor Who episode.
Tell me about your idea, Hannah. Man, it's totally sick. What if there's like Jellystone Park? There's like a bear,
Loving
super
it.
hungry, got a little friend. Ranger's kind of a
He's
jerk.
kind of like Ed Norton on The Honeymooners. What do you think?
I think that's great. And I can I tell you how much I love this open office space that we have with the skylight? Hey, look up through the skylight. There's a singularity in the clouds.
getting hot in here.
25 stars come storming in like, what's up?
Heretic. Now, here's the problem, though.
Shit.
One of the stars has to agree to collapse, and you know how stars are.
Yeah, that's true.
They are not going to be thinking big picture.
No.
They're going to think, well, not me.
So you know what happens?
What about Daryl the star?
20
Maybe he could collapse. He's the last one to join up in the constellation. Lots of people don't even count. Without Daryl, it's just a bear with a shorter tail.
25 of the other stars murder one of the other stars, and that is where sin came from. That's original sin. When you read about original sin in the Bible, that's what it's talking about.
That's amazing.
I am glad that we were able to really play out this whole scenario. I do not know who won. I think it was mine because I killed Hannah and Barbera.
Still not as weird as Scientology, though.
No.
Which
Nope.
is surprising.